Hello everyone, my name is Alistair, and welcome to my showcase of my general mob farm, of which I called Godzilla. Let me explain how Godzilla works. This is a trident killer that I'm using for Godzilla. I'm using Goldenhelmet's waterless XP and loot delivery design to reduce client-side lag and slight server-side lag. I'm also burning the XP because it's really laggy as well. This circuit right here is to filter the unstackables from the stackables. Basically, if an item gets sucked up by your top of minecart ticket, they go down the hopper chain, get filtered through here, and then they get dropped to the fire. The rest is up to the water stream and then up into the main storage. I can demonstrate it in this Excel. These pushers are to push spiders into the 2x2 TK. It does a fairly decent job at it as well. Next up, we have the spawning platforms. Each module has 8 layers. This is a portion of it, portion of 4 layers. The basic thing about this is that it accepts baby zombies and spiders. The soul sand over here can push spiders and baby zombies up to the water stream, and they get pushed into this main hall over here. It's 4x4 hall. I can demonstrate it like so. This, by the way, I marked out the north and west corner. As you can see, it was pushed up, and in a moment, there he goes. The baby zombies get pushed up the soul sand because they are partly inside the hitbox of the soul sand. You see, when the game tries to spawn a mob, like for example this emerald block right here, it spawns them in between these 4 blocks. What that would mean is that in this scenario, it would be in between these 4 blocks and inside the water shut, inside the bubble column, thus pushing it up. You also may saw we're using coral fans. Now 1.16.100 broke something very important, is that mobs no longer see buttons as solid blocks. To fix that, or at least to replace that mechanic, we use coral fans because mobs think coral fans are solid blocks that they could pathfind to. Let me show a demonstration. As you can see, the zombie pathfinds into the coral fence and then he dies to his doom. Another thing about the spawning module is that it's offset every 4 layers. Let me show. In every X and Z coordinate, there is a spawnable spot, which means if the game were to pick a random X and Z coordinate, let's say right here, there's a spawnable spot right here. And in this design, or at least almost every X and Z coordinate has a spawnable spot in it. So yeah, more successful spawning attempts. Let's just change this back real quick. There we go. The roof I'm using is or at least we're using the surface cap here. This method of transferring the surface cap is by none other than Rufus atticus. I'll link his channel in the description. Essentially, it lowers the light level to 7. Ice is an interesting block. Mob can actually spawn on it, but it's also transparent and also translucent. Let me show. As you can see, it's dark on here. We're probably also asking, what are the trapdoors for? The trapdoors are to block Endermen from spawning, because basically the same thing like creeper farms. Endermen are 3 blocks tall. They cannot spawn like this. Wow, what if I don't use trapdoors then? Fun fact, ice. You can use ice to insta-push mobs as well. Kind of have a special thing. Ice is pretty cool, but also kind of dangerous in this situation. So yeah, keep that in mind. The last thing I want to explain is split density. What is density check? Well, if the game tries to spawn a mob in this chunk, by the way, each block here represents 1 chunk. The gray concrete here represents the same edge spawning. If a mob tries to spawn a mob in this chunk, we'll check in a 9x9 square of chunks around it to see if there's any more mobs. There's a limit in this area of how many mobs could be alive at the same time. There could be 16 monsters alive in this area. And so we have 5 different density check areas, all staggered up. They don't overlap each other. I can demonstrate this easily. No glass intersects. By the way, yeah, the colored concrete represents the spawning modules. The glass represents the density checks. So yeah. These are all the loot I got from a 10-hour test, also including this stuff of random junk. Let me just... This is the exact rates. You can just screenshot it, pause, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, an average of 15,470 items per hour. 15.47k, yeah. Pretty efficient for its effort. 5 chunks, 15.4k. Pretty good, I say, yeah. Well, that's it.